Welcome to the Sports Den Network around the leagues, and I'm Curt Schweiger, and here's my co-host Brian Mather.
Hey, Curt, how you doing?
Welcome, Brian. How you
Thank
doing,
you.
my friend?
All right.
Good
And
evening.
you?
I'm
Yeah,
doing
no,
quite well.
sounds good.
I'm excited. I'm excited to for the show tonight, man. A lot to go through. We didn't forget about the Beaumont Renegades, but we got to do say something about them, talk about them for a little bit, and the Omaha Beef. We must mention the Omaha Beef. Shoot. But you know what? One good thing about the Omaha Beef and the Beaumont Renegades champions of last year,
Oh,
the
one good thing? Okay. Hit me with the one good thing.
Omaha lost.
Yeah, that's positive.
Omaha lost. Oh my goodness! Thank goodness. I, I don't know what I would have done if they won, and if they won, you would have never heard the end of it. You know what I mean? With
True.
the,
I
the
mean,
beef.
I could see that. I could see them running rampant with bragging rights,
Uh, and that podcast that we checked out yesterday, the Inside the Walls, them
Yeah,
guys would have went nuts on it.
yeah.
Don't get
Well,
me
they'll
wrong.
be,
I love
they
them
will,
guys.
yeah, they will be on the night after us, from what I'm told. So instead of
Yeah, they'll
last
be.
night, just like we were supposed to be on last night, but things happened. So
Yep. Well, let's go ahead and go through some of this stuff. Then we start talking. And you sent me this one graphic here of the
yeah,
NAL champions 2025.
yeah, they took the trophy and left the league, so they joined the AF1.
Yeah, and I can't believe that. And I really didn't realize they're that good of a team. They must be pretty good if they beat that Beef. Beef is a good team.
Yeah, surprisingly they were that good, but zero fans in the stands. I mean, the game that I went to on May 3rd, where we took them on, there was less than 1,000 people in the building. You know,
Yeah, there's that. I know it was
I
pretty
was on
good.
the sidelines and with the team the whole game, and there wasn't many people in the stands to begin with. So,
I
and then
know.
of course the day of the championship game, um, they Beaumont had a big rainstorm and it flooded most of the streets. While all the streets right around Ford Arena were flooded and made it hard for fans to get to the arena to actually go to the game that night. On a Monday night.
Yeah, I remember they were talking. I think I just went back a couple weeks ago and watched that championship, and they were talking about how bad the weather was. I guess it was really bad.
Yeah, it was bad enough that it flooded most of those streets, from what I'm told. So, and I saw a film video shot, and it was bad.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. I tell you, I don't know. I feel sorry for those people going through stuff like that. I mean, now yeah, out there right now, as we're speaking, you got the California fires out there, and they're bad.
Mhm.
I mean, it's terrible. But
Well, down here in the south, of course, you have issues with afternoon showers, so it's burning hot in the morning, and once it hits 12 o'clock, it's like it gets so hot that all of a sudden it develops into rain and a super strong thunderstorm, lightning, flooding, flash flooding, you know, that is not normal, and that's what happens.
well, right now our weather's getting down to like 39, 40 right now, getting pretty cool. You can see the leaves changing a little bit. I got to start taking my flowers down. I got to, get ready to put my Halloween stuff up. Like we're talking about, maybe we can do a voodoo, Halloween special, bash or something. So we'll come up with something. And like next
Sounds
week,
good.
yeah, I mean next
Yeah,
week we're
closer. Well, probably closer to Halloween, we can do a voodoo special.
that. Oh, that sounds awesome. You got a lot of collectibles and stuff, don't you?
Yeah, I got way too many.
Get them suckers out. We'll show them. All right, Brian, I'm going to show this Beaumont Renegades video, a little video short, showing them, getting their trophy and stuff like that. we got 2 people watching. Oh, did you see that Omaha Beef that said that?
Yeah, but that said April 13th, so that was earlier in the year. But yeah, they played them again in the championship game. There you go. That's the trophy that they took to the other league.
Yeah, I mean, them bad boys. Yeah, you know who played on the Beaumont? Didn't that Daenerys Antoine play on them
Antoine,
Beaumont
yeah,
Renegades too?
yeah, because we traded him away uh, along with one of the other Rougarou players.
There's their new logo, Brian.
Yep.
What are you thinking?
I actually liked it at first. A lot of the the few fans that they do have, a lot of them have come back and said that they don't like it for some reason. I don't know. I mean, I
I
think
don't know either.
that looks meaner, in my opinion, than the other one, which was
You
just
think
a
so?
straight face on one. Yeah,
It's kind of like the hat don't match. Is it a cowboy hat or almost looks like a gangster hat or something? Does it?
kind of like
Yeah, it's almost like a gangster hat. Don't really look like a. I don't know. I can't explain it.
kind of like a white hat.
Yeah, yeah. Well, all right, Brian. I'm gonna go. Maybe we should run through some of this other stuff. I know we're gonna cover the Punishers next week, so I got a little video short of the Punishers here I could put up and show.
Yeah, they
All right, go ahead and I'll put them up, Brian. NAL Punishers Lair. That's going to be our new live show.
Can
I
you
don't know,
read me?
probably, yeah, the Pablo Punishers, the Punishers Lair.
Okay. For some reason,
Yeah, I know you're starting to freeze up a little bit.
for some reason, I don't know why. I think I'm back.
I think you're cool. I think you're ready to go. Excuse me,
So
Brian.
yeah, Pueblo had that press conference yesterday with two coaches announced and two players, and both of their players are former Rougarou players, like I just mentioned. They have
Yeah, all right. I'll
Clinton
put that.
Solomon and Tavion Brooks as their two coaches. My
Yep, I'll
understanding
put
is
that.
it's co-head coaches, not they're both head coaches, but then one's offensive and one's defensive coordinator.
Yeah, I couldn't kind of grasp it there for a minute. You know what I mean? So Solomon is he the head coach?
My understanding is they're both co-head coaches.
How's that
Solomon
work?
is the uh, Solomon is the offensive coordinator, and Tavion is the defensive coordinator.
How the heck does that work, Brian?
I don't know. We'll have to find out from Lisa when we have her on the show.
There's
We
that
did,
press conference.
we did that in 1999 with the Louisiana Bayou Beasts, and once they had fired the head coach, they took both the offense and defensive coordinators and promoted them to co-head coaches, literally just running their aspect of the team. And you know, whenever the team had the ball, then the offensive coordinator was like the acting head coach, and when they were on defense, then the defensive coordinator was the acting head coach. Back and forth like that. So it didn't work. So I don't see it working out. But maybe there's some hierarchy or whatever that she has instilled in the team. We'll find out from her.
Yeah, yeah, we'll find out. I think everything's looking okay. I mean, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But I think like we were talking, don't be too surprised another team comes in. Another team
Yeah,
will too.
I'm expecting them because we're at a odd number right now. I think what 2, 4, 6. We're at 7 if you don't count Idaho Horsemen. You know,
You,
because you got that you got that map for the NAL.
yep, we'll put that up there.
So with the 3 new expansion teams, the Punishers, the Bulls, and the Warbirds, this is where we at right now. Of course, the Horsemen are missing from Idaho because they've already informed the league that they're not going back to their arena, uh, like a dispute with their arena. So they're looking for a new home. So I'm expecting them to move to the east, somewhere between the Rocky Mountains and the Mississippi River seems to be where the NAL is targeting for all the teams to control travel costs, you know,
And
as you can see.
you figure, Brian, we still got it's only September,
Yeah.
so you got to go all the way to March. So you got September. You got over 6 months yet before these some of these teams might come out of the water and get their stuff together.
Well, the problem with that is if you don't announce the team in the next, say, couple of weeks, you're majorly falling behind. You've already had these 3 teams announced. Starting June 30th, they already announced the Amarillo, and then Dallas and Pueblo have already been announced, and they've already come out the gate. You know, signing players, signing coaches, hiring front office, getting sponsors like you wouldn't believe, especially for the Punishers.
Oh yeah,
They
did you see the sponsors they have?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. They have 39 sponsors already for the Punishers.
Right, it's September.
And they've already pre-sold season tickets, you know,
And I think that's a
already.
good thing with the pre-sell some tickets. Sell T-shirts, hats. Get out there. They had when they were at the fair there. They had a big wagon full of hats and T-shirts, and she was running around handing. Lisa there was running them out through the. Had little kids handing them out. I mean, you got to do stuff like that to keep things rolling. You know what I mean? Keep it going.
Yeah, they had the float, they had the booth. They've been giving out T-shirts free to people just for walking up. They give out the T-shirts for free for the people who put down a deposit on the season tickets already. I mean, you know, they going full forward ahead with everything, and we're just in September. You know, I mean
We're just in
that's
September, and they're going right head to bore with it. I think you got to get right in there and do it. You got to get right in there and start going. I mean, she's probably
now
spending some of her money a little bit here and there, but
that's what it's going to take to be successful. You gotta start now because every day that you wait, all the other teams are already that far ahead of you. You know,
yeah, especially even the new. Well, the Warbirds. Now the Warbirds, them guys are going to be ahead because they were here before. You know what I mean? They're
yeah.
already exist, so they're not a
But the
brand
war,
spanking new team.
but since the Warbirds were announced on June 30th, they already have 25 players signed.
Yeah, I mean that's a good start.
So that's 25 players less that the other teams have to sign. You know,
Yep, they're way out in front there a little bit.
Pueblo has the 2 that they announced yesterday. I haven't seen anything from Dallas Bulls as far as players signed. They do have a tryout scheduled. Amarillo still has a tryout scheduled. Um, and like Dallas has several front office people hired and interns. Is the only thing that they've posted. Unlike some other teams that haven't posted anything
I
since
haven't seen too
the
much
end of the
from
season.
Dallas either, from
Yeah.
Dallas at all. But Brian, I was going to say something. We were talking about this chupacabras.
Okay, IFL. Yeah,
The
so during the
IFL.
IFL championship, the Vegas Nighthawks and the Green Bay Blizzard, which
Yep.
just as much as you hate the beef, I hate the Blizzard that
You
much
know,
because of the owner. um, During their championship game, the press conference that they had before the game, they made the announcement that the Duke City Gladiators are returning back to Albuquerque, New Mexico, and this is their new branding is the Chupacabras.
the New
And
Mexico Chupacabras. Yeah.
yeah, I think it's awful familiar with a local team, don't you think?
Yeah, it is. It's very familiar.
Yeah, I mean that wolf-looking picture logo mascot. I mean it's awful familiar, to something else, but we won't mention. You
Yeah,
know,
it's like just a different color. The
yeah.
color is a little bit different, but
Now,
the
of course,
beast.
Albuquerque's well known for turquoise, so I think you have another picture that I sent you. The helmets. There you go.
Yep.
What you think about that?
I like both of them. I like the blue, but the red go. You got the yellow and the red, and it seems to go with the red. Not so much with the blue. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love the blue. I'm assuming that the blue will be worn at home, and then the red would be on the road. I'm assuming. I don't know which one exactly is for what, but
I kind of like it.
I see where they went with it because you got to realize the yellow and the red is the New Mexico flag,
Right.
colors
Yep.
of their
I was
state flag.
I was gonna say
So,
that.
and then the turquoise, of course, is what they're known for in that city. So that's why they went with the base. You know, I love the satin helmets. Whenever it's a color like that, the you see that shiny red
Yeah,
shell
me too. I like
versus
that.
the dull satin. You know, I
Me
love the
too.
satin.
Now some helmets look good with the dull finish. Some
Yeah,
every
so
once in a while,
yeah.
but I like the red ones there with this one. Kind of, I like that. I like I said, I haven't seen the uniform, so I can't really judge until I see the helmet on with the
I don't
uniform.
I don't think this is all that they've posted so far, so they don't even have the unis posted yet.
Yeah, that's what I like. When the helmets come out, the uniforms, and then you can really see it put together. And Brian, excuse
But
me.
the IFL is behind because, of course, their season is much longer, and it was the last one of all the major leagues that ended last. So, of course, you know they just ended. So,
Yeah, these leagues it's hard because when you get started and everything, you have baseball out there going. In the early goings of spring, you have baseball starting off in March, April. And they have preseason. They start in February, March, and go on through. So them guys are, starting their leagues when these guys are starting to heat up, like you're starting to get going.
right,
And then you
which
got
is
yeah,
which
the
is what
heat.
happened with the AF1 and the TAL because the AF1 ended their season, and then a lot of players jumped over to the TAL and helped those teams. And I think you have a picture of the Nashville quarterback that was just announced today.
Yep, Tyler Kulika,
Yeah,
Kluka.
Kaluka. Yeah. So he played for Nashville last year. Um, After the season was over with, then he signed on with the Ozark Lunkers and finished out the season there for the Lunkers. And now, as of this morning, he was re-signed by the Nashville Cats again for next year, which wouldn't stop him from doing the same thing next year and playing.
So he's their quarterback for 2026 season,
Yep.
right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Tyler Kulka.
Kaluka. Yeah.
What are you thinking? Have you heard of him? Heard of
Oh
Tyler?
yeah. Yeah. He's very good quarterback from what I've I've seen a few AF1 games. He was a quality quarterback. I mean, he led them to the playoffs. Were they in the arena? I'm trying to remember the Arena One championship game. Um, I know it was Albany. Wasn't it Albany and Nashville
It was Albany.
this year? Because it was
Uh,
Billings and Albany last year.
Billings and
I think it was.
Albany. It was Albany, but it was some. Who the heck was it? Was it
Wasn't it
Albany?
Nashville?
No, Billings won, didn't they? The championship, didn't he? This year or was it
Last
last
no,
year?
last year. That was last year on the Hutton.
Oh, the Hutton deal. Okay, how can I
Yeah.
forget that season?
No, but this year, since it wasn't the Arena Bowl, it was the Arena One championship game, or what did they call it? The Crown, the Arena Crown. That's what it was.
Yeah, it was in the mall.
No, that was last year.
That last year was in the mall, right? Yeah.
Right. The Arena Crown was, um, yeah.
See, I'm not keeping up too
So,
much with AF1. I ever since if I can't watch a game on YouTube, it makes it a bitch because you can't get used to them, and you don't want to get used to the quarterbacks and the players and receivers and stuff. And next thing you know, you can't watch it.
so
I, I
The Arena Crown was Albany and Nashville. So he was the losing quarterback in the championship game for the AF1.
all right, that's pretty
And
cool.
that game was at Albany because Albany had the undefeated record. You know,
So, what are you thinking about the season, Brian? What are you thinking about the 2026 season of the NAL? What's going to happen?
um, well, it's shaping up. I mean, as far as the other teams, so some other teams haven't. Nothing's been happening or moving to speak of. So there's nothing really to talk about certain teams. But as you see, the three expansion teams have really, really done some moving around and adding pieces and all this kind of stuff. I haven't, um, as
You,
far as like Omaha and Sioux City and um, who else would it be? I haven't heard much or seen much as far as like re-signings.
no, not yet. Me either. Excuse me, Brian. I hope you can't. Can you hear me coughing?
No, it's all right.
I try not to do cough or anything when I'm on the show. Anyway, I'm excited for the NFL. Like last year when I watched NAL,
Uh-huh.
I can see it, and it's September. So you figure there should be nothing going on, but there are some glimmers here and there of different teams, and there are some stuff out there, some news coming out. In September. I mean, you talking early. That's an early time to you start hearing
Well,
news for the
it
Arena League.
it is the speculation season. So, like one of the
Yeah,
podcasters said, we're in the speculation
right.
season, which is off season for the teams, but we're in the speculation season for
Yeah,
everybody else, trying to predict what's going to happen. In March, how
right.
many teams we're going to kick off with, and who's going to be where, and
We're in the
uh,
speculation zone right now.
yeah, pretty much, yeah.
So we can pretty much say whatever we want to say right now. Right now, people, you know, we could say, hey, Shreveport's going to win the championship this year.
Yeah, you could.
I mean, you could say that, right?
Yeah, you could. Yeah.
Or you could say, oh, never mind. That's a speculation zone. We can't touch that with a 10-foot pole. So let's
Right.
not do it. Let's not do it. But anyway, I'm excited for the league. I think that it's going to be different than next year. I can't wait to see like February, right around February, when people are getting their teams, together. You got the quarterbacks, got the receivers. People will be promoting. They'll be showing helmets and uniforms off, and you can see what they're going to look like. I like the Dallas Bulls helmet. Did you
I
see the
haven't seen.
Dallas?
I haven't seen the helmet.
The Dallas Bulls helmet is silver.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with a blue
Okay, that's something
yeah,
I've
with a
completely missed that. I don't know.
blue uniform, and it's got the ball on the helmet. It's blue, but the
Uh,
helmet is cool. It's got a stripe going down it, but it's a
oh wow.
silver. Oh, maybe it don't have a stripe, but it's pure silver. It's silver though, and
Okay.
it's nice looking. I love the look to it. It's not copying or ripping off the Lions, but it's
Okay.
got a good, a cool looking look to it. It doesn't look like the old Northwestern Bulls helmet and uniform with the red
And
uniform and
you know what I just had pictured in my head once you said
what
silver and blue.
what
What else is silver and blue in Dallas?
silver and blue in Dallas. But
Professional
you're not
football.
talking about the Dallas Cowboys, are you?
Yeah.
They're not silver, or they're gray helmet, or is it silver?
No, it's Dallas. Well, they call it Dallas silver, which is it's got a hint of blue in the silver because they're silver and Oakland's silver or Vegas Raiders silver is true silver, but Dallas calls it Dallas blue. You know,
Dallas
which is
blue.
it's a silverish color with blue added to the base for the helmet. So
But I was looking at it. I have to see if I can find that picture again. But I was looking at it. Actually, the suit, it's got pinstripes, blue pinstripes going down a nice, good looking pinstripe down the leg, and the helmets are silver. And I was surprised how good the uniforms look. They looked cool. I liked it.
I just can't wait until they start naming coaching staff and players for that one.
That's what I'm looking forward to too. That, and I want to see the Punishers helmets and uniforms. Well, you figure they got the
Yeah.
voodoo colors a little bit. They got the purple
And the black.
and the black,
Yeah.
and they got the silver. I don't know what the helmet's going to look like. I don't know, but I'm thinking they're going to have a little bit of black and purple, maybe a pinstripe going down the uniform leg. I'm hoping you have black and purple and type of dark color helmet with the second logo, the second Punisher's logo, the one with the football.
Okay. Yeah.
Did you-
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I mean, that primarily, yeah, you would put the secondary logo on the helmet like the Rougarou have. You know, they don't have
yeah,
the primary logo, is the secondary logo is on the helmet. So I could see the Punishers doing that. You know,
yeah, I like that, and I like the Warbirds too. Their uniforms
yeah,
formed for red and white and blue.
they got that satin red base, and then they have the jet going across the top. You know,
I like it. I like it. It's
Here,
good, clean look.
that one reminds me of I think it was the AAF,
Yeah,
the Alliance of American Football. They had
yeah.
the was it the Memphis Express? I think it
Memphis
was, and
Express. Yeah,
they had the jet flying across the helmet for FedEx because FedEx is based there in the city, so that's why they named them that.
I like it. I like it. Oh, Brian, I was going to ask you on this
Yeah.
map here of the AF1. This
Oh, okay.
AF1. Now, who's up there, Brian, with the question mark?
So that's the other announced team in Michigan, which we don't know officially what city they're coming to, but rumors has it that it's going to be Kalamazoo is getting a
Kalamazoo.
team. Yeah,
Really?
so I mean we're just waiting any day now for an official announcement. Um, I know Corpus Christi down there by Beaumont is struggling because they had a post of what was it, August 21st, about their team finances that was posted and then completely removed quickly that same day. Um, so they're iffy.
Oh, I
But
hate that when you
uh,
start hearing that. Don't you, Brian? You start hearing money with these, you loving,
yeah,
you're getting to love the team and you're loving the uniform and the players and the coaches. Next thing you know, you start hearing money, or players are not getting paid or something like. I
well,
hate that.
for some reason the Tritons were in the same boat as the Renegades because they had the facility, but the fans weren't showing up. That's what I've been told, and it's hard to tell on Evergreen or Vice TV. You know, they were the ones that actually had sponsors only on one side of the building, on the walls.
Yeah,
So it makes you wonder. Was nobody sponsoring the team? Was anybody actually showing up to the games? If I recall correctly, at the beginning of the year, they had, I think that was the one where they had trouble hanging one of the nets on one side of the building. So
yeah,
every time they had to kick an extra point, uh, they would. In other words, the whole game went one direction. So in other words, like they would
yeah.
always face the net. So like a
Uh,
kickoff would face the net, and then the team that would receive it, they would do a 180 spin around. So then they were playing into the net because, the nets are live in AF1. So you can throw the ball into the net, have it rebound. So you have to play towards the net, to have that aspect of the game, to keep it
yeah, it's just
fair.
not right. You know what I mean? You're going in one
Right.
direction. That's not the way the sport is
Yeah.
supposed to be, man. Whoa. But anyway, Brian, what are you thinking about next week on our new podcast that we're going to be doing? Punisher's Lair. What are you thinking?
Well, hopefully we can have Lisa on. I think you were trying to get her on.
Yeah, I've been talking. I talked to everybody in the office. I talked to the second one person in charge. I can't remember what her name was. I think it was Danny. Then I talked to her third one, her daughter. Talked to her, and then last night it was late, and I figured, well, what the heck? I'm going to try to get contact her, see what happened. I got her on the phone, talked to her. Very nice lady. She was on her way back home to Wyoming. And I didn't want to keep her on too long, but I told her, I said, we're going to start a podcast next week, Brian and I, and it's going to be titled, The Punisher's Lair, live with Curt and Brian. And, I don't know how many episodes we're going to do, maybe one a month, couple a month. Once things get heated up, who knows? Maybe we'll be doing, who knows how many podcasts we'll do of it.
Yeah, I mean, we can definitely start off with like once a month because I don't know we'll have that much information to do a weekly, especially during this off season type.
Yeah, this is what's hard. You're trying to find things to talk about. You're trying to dig up any little information you can get. I do have a lot more stuff on the Punishers. I have a lot more of that for next week. I'm going to save a lot of that stuff. We'll dig it all up and get it all ready for next week. Um, I
Yeah,
love our
because
new.
you probably know more about the Punishers than I do because I haven't delved into it as deeply as you have. So
Well, you got a week, my friend. You got a week till next week to delve in there. I
yeah,
think next week will be a Punishers Day. We'll just do a Punishers live show.
sounds
And
good.
we'll see what we can come up with. Maybe we can reach out to that Coach Solomon.
Yeah,
Maybe, we can get him.
Antoine.
Yeah,
Antoine.
maybe. I don't know. I tried contacting him before when he was with the Roo. So,
Oh,
and I
okay.
remember, and I could not get him on to save my butt.
I'm I might be able to. I'll try.
Yeah, reach out a little bit, see if you can get him on. Reach out to some of these players. I'll keep contacting with Elisa because I know she was excited about coming on. And I said, you're going to like it, us guys. You're going to love it. It's a new podcast. I said, we're going to talk all about the Punishers. And we wanted to hear it all. Brian and I want to hear everything. It's exciting to hear about how she started. She was CEO for the Spartans, CEO for the Billings Outlaws, right?
Outlaws. Yeah.
She was a CEO for them. Um, Geez, I mean, the woman has got some talent. She's got some, as a woman, balls about her. And she's out there doing this shit in a man's dominated thing. She's the only
On
woman in the L, right? Owner.
Yeah, currently, and honestly, I had never heard of her until she took over this team because last 20 years I've been out of the sport. I just After 04, 05, about that time, I just stopped dealing with arena football. And it wasn't until 2023 when the Louisiana Voodoo was talked about, and I was asked to help out the team, and got 20 years later, get back into indoor football, arena football. And so I guess in that 20 years, she's been CEO and helped run all these other teams. So that's all new new to me, and that's why you know I don't know that much about her past or her history.
Yeah, that's about when I started getting back into the arena game. I just like when you did. I started seeing things about little things about Louisiana voodoo. Then I heard about James Shiver, and then I bumped into you, Arena Foot, and Brian, and I started, checking it out and getting more involved in it, and talk back and forth with you and James Shiver, and oh my God, man, he told me some stories though, Brian, you would not believe. They didn't have a net; they were stranded down there, when, and
No,
he
I believe it because I was there, so I know.
and he had so much optimism. I mean, he was ready. He said that he had some good damn players. I think he had Andre Sale
Yes.
at
Hmm.
one point, because
Yes.
we were talking to him, and I think and that freaking quarterback is good. That Andre Sale,
Yeah.
he is a quarterback that should be in the NFL. He's that
Well,
good.
the two quarterbacks that we did have on the roster, Chase Forcade and Andre Sale, both played in the one game that we played. I mean, because we were playing the Philadelphia Soul, which were dressed up Dallas Falcons players, uh,
Yeah,
and
that's
we had such a lead the second half. We played all 26 people that were on the roster, and they both shined, both of the quarterbacks. I don't know if we had played week two, who our starting quarterback would have been, because they both shined.
I liked that Andre Sale. I liked him. I tried getting him on. James Shiver had nothing bad to say. He said that guy is a great quarterback. He plays for the Spartans now.
Right. Hmm. Yeah,
Plays
he
for this.
he won some of the league awards towards the end of the season this year, because I've seen him play like offensive player of the week.
Yep, he's a good quarterback. I started checking the Spartans out a little bit since I was checking up on that Lisa Roerich. There was a
Yeah,
CEO. I started watching him, and it's, Andre Sale. Andre Sale was the quarterback. I said, "What? Wait a minute. Where do I remember that quarterback from? The Voodoo."
voodoo. Yep.
The damn Voodoo and Shiver told me about him. He said he's good. I think that quarterback is good enough to play in the NFL. He's that good. If somebody would give him a shot with a
Yep.
pretty good team, he could play in the NFL. He's that good. I
And Chase
believe it.
and Chase Forcade actually came from the USFL before he came to the Voodoo. So
Yeah, and some of them play. I can't remember some of
we
them
were
now on defense, but oh my God, he had a pretty good defense too. He had coming together.
Yeah, we were loaded. I mean, you know, not only the coaching staff that we had, but I mean the team roster was just like completely loaded, and that's why there was some possible conspiracy that week two we were scheduled to go to Oregon to play the Black Bears, and that got canceled. And instead of us going, Georgia Force ended up going. And it's like,
Yep,
uh,
I remember it.
why would you take a team even further away and send them, East Coast, West Coast?
Didn't make any
Whereas,
sense.
yeah,
It was
and
almost like they were sending them out there to be stranded.
well, that, and then also, they they didn't want to give Oregon the loss and give us the win, because we were so loaded.
Yeah, and I can't remember. Like I said, I wish I could go back. I would remember the names right now, Brian, but I remember going through the defensive players and the offensive players. and they
Well,
all they all were good.
right off the bat, one of the Vegas Nighthawks that just won a ring.
Yep,
Tori Boyd
yep, yep.
was offensive lineman for us. Um, of course, the guy that I have the helmet of is Eric McIntosh. Um,
I remember
let's
him.
see. Um,
But the
Devin Glenn, um, Eric Thomas,
Eric
Brian
Thomas.
Smith Jr.,
Yep, Brian Smith Jr.
Kerry Starks, which is still playing for Salina. Um,
Yep. Starks is another good one.
Travian Gano is what was actually with the Mexican team down in um, Chihuahua Rebellion.
Chihuahua Rebellion, is that what the
Yeah,
what?
yeah. He was down there. Eric McIntosh, which I just mentioned. Um, Cody Mandel was our kicker. Yeah, I mean we were loaded.
That I think they would have. James Shiver said the same thing too. He said, if I
Yeah.
was given the chance, this team would win the championship. I
Well,
remember.
just look at the coaching staff that he had.
Yeah.
Chris Hemphill was a defensive coordinator. John Forcade was the offensive coordinator. NFL experience. Um, and then we also had Damon Mason, which is famous for the Orlando Predators. He was all Iron Man, won all kind of awards.
Yeah.
He
I
he
remember.
was a defensive analyst. You know who they had for the offensive analyst was
Um.
was Beerman Michael Lewis
Oh,
from the
Michael
Saints.
Lewis. Really?
Hmm.
Oh my God, man. I mean,
So
you're
I
taking
mean,
me back. Some of these people I remember, but my God, I haven't heard their names in a while. But I was excited, when James Shiver was kept. Coach Shiver used to call me. I'd talk to him on the phone. Even he was just a bitching about stuff,
yeah.
and I was bitching bad. I said, "What's going on?" And he told me stories about being stranded. They didn't have nets. They were like down in there, and he was taking his own money to do this and that.
Hmm.
It was just something else. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it was all true too, unfortunately. But we got major shaft from the league.
I know it's. I still feel that was so wrong. That they happened like that. And I guess Coach Shaver said he never got reimbursed for anything.
No, he still owed because he had a lengthy contract with the league, and you know he never after that first game nobody got paid.
It was something else, man. I was so excited, but I get excited about these leagues and teams, and you get behind a team. I love the Rougarou. I love them. I'm waiting to hear stuff, and hopefully soon. I hope I'm waiting so we can get the podcast going again a little bit, but I'm excited about the Sports Den network around the leagues. T.S.D.N. I keep
Yeah, we'll,
almost.
we'll we'll probably have to keep the around the leagues going for if we can do it weekly or bi-weekly if we have information during the
Yeah,
off
that's
season.
Yeah, that way we have more information we can dip into. We can dip into a little bit of everything. When we start focusing on a certain team or something, we can start, you know, doing more focused live shows. Right now, I'm kind of dipping. I watch, like I said, I watched the New York Giants. I watched the Mets. But you know what I did today? I actually dropped the New York Mets channel. I had their channel and the New York Yankees channel. I had the channels, but I couldn't afford $200, 200 and something dollars a month.
Wow,
Yeah, and I
that's
said,
what like that's like every game that they play you get to
eh,
see.
yeah, well, you get to see like almost every game, like Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays. You can watch the before the game, the pre-game, the after game, the post game,
Wow.
everything on the Yankee channel. You can watch all that stuff. But I was paying, so I just let them go. I said, you know what? I don't watch the Mets or the Yankees that much. and to pay $205 or $6 a month, it was starting to really drain us. I said, let's do something about it. Let's just drop them. I can watch New York Giants or something on the weekend, and I'm gonna dip into this New York or dip into the YouTube channels. As soon as things get going with the Arena League, I'll be watching that. So I go back and watch the old AFL. I watch, I even like the Los Angeles Avengers from years
Oh, okay.
ago.
Yeah, that was way back.
Way big Los
That was
Angeles
that was
Avengers,
25
man.
years ago.
No, but I like the uniform. I love the. And then I used to watch. Geez, who else was I?
I don't know.
Loved.
I never did get into the Avengers. I don't know. I mean, I understand the red and the Marvel or DC comic tie-in, but I didn't really care for it.
Didn't care for the Avengers.
It was okay. I mean, it wasn't anything,
To write home about or anything. But
Yeah,
I used to watch them. Of course, the New York Dragons. But when he had Garcia.
yeah.
But man, that was a letdown. I know you and I were talking about letdowns. We're talking about teams and leagues and the ENTFL. I think it is entertainment. Whatever that is.
Yeah.
Whatever was it?
It was
ENTFLA.
the Entertainment Football League Association,
Now,
ENTFLA.
yeah, and I wanted to buy tickets. I was going to buy tickets and everything to see that team, and I said,
Yeah.
oh my God, that was a big letdown, man. I was let down because of that New York Dragons. And
I
I don't
never
want to
did.
keep,
I never did see a helmet or a uniform design either. So for them,
no, there's nothing that came out. And
yeah,
there's nothing. I was following, stuff, and all of a sudden, nothing.
yeah.
And I don't want to keep mentioning it, but geez, I hate that when they let their fans down, and they say they're going to do this, they say they're going to do that. And Andre Reed was the commissioner.
Yeah.
Buffalo Bills wide receiver, the Hall of Famer from the
Yep.
Buffalo Bills. He is the the
They'll just regroup and come back next year.
come back as another league, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
I think that
they'll come back. They'll come back as the same league. They just will come back next year. After they straighten out stuff.
if they can, holy cow, I don't know what the heck happened, but anyway, I
But
think that
you really need to check out the TAL. What we were discussing about earlier. So
TAL, I will definitely check that.
which is Tim Brown's league. Tim Brown being the wide receiver from Notre Dame and the Raiders from way back in the day. He's the commissioner of that one. So they've been around 2 years. They do things right. Only one hiccup this year with Eau Claire, but outside of that, they actually do things correctly.
Yeah,
It's kind of like old school 87, 88 arena football where Jim Foster owned the teams. He owned 51% of all the teams. So he had majority ownership and did things right. This year they expanded to 2 teams and the league owned the teams and then have now found owners. So they sell the teams off. So they're up to 6, and they're expanding to 10 for next year.
well, that's good. The first thing that came into my mind when you said TAL,
Uh-huh.
Tits and Ass League. I don't have no idea where that came from out of my mouth. But that's how TNA,
You said that.
XFL, the TNA, the XFL. I kept thinking about what is he talking about? The
Yeah.
TAL. Is he talking about the T and A league?
TNA and L.
And it just how you get them thoughts in your mind. It's stupid, dumb thoughts, but but I still
No,
remember.
but check out the Ozark Lunkers. That is, I love that because it's Ozark at Springfield, Missouri, which is the national headquarters for Bass Pro Shops. and lunkers is another name for a bass. So
I know. Lunker,
they
yeah.
literally have a bass on their helmet. It's
Helmet,
completely red,
lunkers.
kind of like you were just mentioning the Avengers. Their helmet, red face mask, red helmet, and it's got the
A big,
bass on the side.
a big
Yeah.
lunker on the side.
Uh-huh. Oh,
I know.
their mascot is hilarious because it's a walking fish.
Are you kidding me? Come on,
No,
man.
I'm not.
Brian. It's a big lunker is the mascot.
That's
Oh,
what we're going to cover on the next show. TAL.
we definitely would
We'll
cover
get
the
you caught up.
TAL.
Get you caught up on TAL.
All right, we'll do that. We'll cover the TAL definitely
because they definitely have the mascots. I mean the nicknames because they have the goats, the St. Joseph goats, the Iowa Woo after Ric Flair. The Woo, yeah.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not.
Ric Flair,
I can't make this up. The Eau Claire Axemen. Who else? The Duluth Harbor Monsters, which is the team that won. The Harbor Monsters won the two national championships for them both years.
The Harbor Monsters?
Yes.
Wow.
And man. I'm missing somebody. Of course, the Hot Springs Wise Guys was the other expansion team besides Eau Claire. And then, of course, the Ozark Lunkers.
The Ozark Lunkers. That is so weird. I mean, I almost laughed when you said the Lunkers before. Yeah. I said, I mean, come on. These sports names for these teams are really going overboard. All right. Yeah. I got somebody ringing me. I think we better.
I hear that. All right.
I love you, Brian. Next week is the Punisher's Lair. We'll get to that next week. I'm going to play our trailer and see us out of here.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right, buddy. I love you, man. See you next week on the Punisher's Lair.
All right.
All right, my buddy.